I eat them.
Welcome
Oh my god.
to Paradise, Michigan, Season 3, Episode 31. I Still Believe. I'm vamping a bit because my music control system has gone fully manual. That'll work. Dark synthwave. Okay. As we mentioned, for those that are watching on VOD, all of our announcements and everything gets cut off. This is our 100th episode of Welcome to Paradise, Michigan. As a celebration of our 100th episode, first and foremost, thank you to those that have already subbed or gifted subs, but a shout out to Craig Doghammer13, who donated 5 subs and specifically would like Chad to roll on the D100 mystery grab bag table.
Wow.
However,
I'm counting that as Craig helped with this bit.
However, Chad, you will not roll that tonight.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Because
So it's
instead, in celebration of our 100th episode, every one of you is going to roll on the D100 table
Gad.
for free.
Gad.
Like now?
Right now.
Okay.
Because I have to determine, based on what you get, when to release those. They're going to be time released. They're not all going to hit at once.
Oh my god.
So-
Time released.
And
Time
they may not happen tonight because just the way these things are. So I am making
Delayed doom.
and
Doom's the other game.
Oh fuck, you're right.
yeah. So
right, Nico.
Chad, what did you get?
So I got a 56.
Tamiko,
33.
M,
68.
so close,
Damn it.
so close. Carrie,
94.
Ted,
96.
Show off.
oh, Jeremy,
60.
60. So, just a reminder, the way this table was originally designed, the lower numbers are pretty bad. The middle set, which is a larger set, are varying degrees from low middle to high middle, from bad to good. And then
Here, I was worried. I thought the high numbers were bad.
yeah,
couldn't
sorry.
remember.
That's actually what I meant to say. Was that the low numbers are really good, and then they start swinging to bad. The higher
I'm
you
sorry?
roll, the worse the outcome.
Oh.
So
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like
that's
to
what I thought.
see really quick. I'm just going to
Okay.
get a sense of what we have.
I just
So-
died.
I'm going to tell.
Okay.
I'm going to go through these, and because some of these they're such that I can drop them right now.
Oh Christ.
Because it's similar to the one you're sort of sitting on already, Carrie, which is Adrenaline Rush. The next time you roll a brawn check, it automatically explodes. So,
yeah.
Oak, you rolled a 56. You rolled something's off. You ever just have one of those days? Well, this is one of those days. The next time you roll the maximum value on your grit die, it does not explode.
Oh, that is
So,
soul crushing.
That is courtesy of Gary. I specifically remember Gary writing that one.
Gary.
Or I might have written it. I don't know. I can throw Gary under the bus though.
I love that. So
Making-
fitting.
Make a note of that. Tamiko got a 33. Okay, we're gonna hold on to that one, Tamiko. This is one that is situationally specific. M got a 68, so close.
Coop is always in danger, bro.
Okay. This is one of the new ones because that's been rolled before, so I had to replace it.
Oh, a new one.
So that's one I wrote.
A new shiny one.
Just remember, some of you wrote some of these, by the way.
I don't.
In
think
case you
that's true.
forgot. Carrie, you rolled a 94. Oh, no. Oh, you're going to hate this, Carrie.
I don't want. I just died.
I think this is very appropriate given what just happened. You rolled atrophy. Do you even lift?
Oh, fuck you.
You gain
Fuck you.
you gain a permanent -1 to brawn.
Oh my god. Well, good thing I had a +4 on brawn from another thing all the time. So whatever. Fine. That makes me so angry.
I just realized how that's
It's-
worded. You gain a permanent -1 to brawn.
That's very double, triple,
It's
quadruple
like-
negative.
there's like so many things going on there because those are your
You
gains.
gain
and-
a positive permanent -1 to the negative.
I mean,
pluses.
that's how Pathfinder refers to negative bonuses, is they refer to them as bonuses. Ted, you got a 96, which is even higher.
Yeah.
Yours also, Billy, this is going to resolve immediately. Now, I'm going to admit that I stole this joke, and I think at least one person here might recognize where I got this from. This is called Sluggish. Hey, is your name Slowy? I'm going to call you Slowy. You gain a permanent -1 to flight. Tamiko, you didn't seem to register that joke. You're the one I thought would get it. It's from the very first level of Psychonauts in Psychonauts 1. In the training section. And finally, Jeremy with a 60. There we go. Oh. Okay, this is one that'll have to wait.
Okay.
And I
I'll play
guess
it with my ball.
Chad.
Like your ball. I remember. you
Yes, put it with my ball.
Why don't you go ahead and roll that one that was gifted from Craig?
The gift
Since we already paid off year one.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. See if I can balance out the fates. So, ooh, that's 25. It's better.
Okay. Okay, this is another one we can resolve right away. You rolled Burst of Speed. Quick as the flash and you're off. The next flight check you make automatically explodes once.
Whoa.
So make a
Whoa.
note of
Okay.
that.
Okay, so I've got negative to grit, positive to flight. Okay.
Yep, your next grit does not explode, but your next flight check does explode.
Cool. Easy.
So it
You're
comes
a little
down
bit more
to...
cowardly than you've been, so you sprint away rather than like tough it
Yeah,
out.
I'm not going to
the
tough
next
it out
time.
and face it. I'm going to run because I'm going to run really fast.
Good Sir Oak runs away. Good Sir Oak.
Okay, so who were the ones that are we're waiting? We're delayed on Tamiko
Me.
Jeremy, I
and
believe.
Jeremy. Were they the only two?
I think they're the only two that didn't have.
No. I think we had a delay on M's as well.
Oh,
I
wait.
didn't get one.
And okay, that's a pretty good split. Half of you are delayed, and half of you had instant gratification. No, that's not what I wanted to say. Anyway, we're going to set the scene here. So the first part of the day, you all decided to hit the beach, except for Billy. Billy, you needed some time alone. So at your leisure, we can say that you show up for this later in the day. During that first part of the day, you showed up to the beach and you ran into Jake the lifeguard as he was getting out of his car, and mysteriously, seeing you guys all ride up on your bikes and Laz ride up on a skateboard, he told you all that his dad was a sports promoter, and they had previously lived and worked in LA, where he represented a campaign for an up-and-coming star of skateboarding named Tony Hawk, and gifted Laz with a brand new Tony Hawk. I forget the name of it now. It was a Peralta something, Powell Peralta skateboard with the Tony Hawk Birdhouse logo and a autograph from Tony Hawk. And it was, the board is actually decked out to the way Tony Hawk currently sets up his board for this time period.
And they still are giving him shit. They're still shitting all over this poor guy. I'm just saying. Okay.
So yeah, you guys continued to have a bit of a beach day. Coop and Oak decided to build a sandcastle. Oak found a piece of paper, or rather an index card, that had the phrases Juicy Fruit Conspiracy, Big Red Conspiracy, Double Mint Conspiracy, and something about Tomiko would know which one it is, or something like that, representing Tomiko, or mentioning Tomiko, I should say, by name.
Weird.
You also learned that it's a pretty big tradition on the first day of summer vacation that, for those whose parents allow them to, kids stay late for a bonfire. Some of them stay and camp out on the beach overnight. The local authorities and some parents groups volunteer to make sure everybody stays safe, but it's sort of a sanctioned activity. And we sort of ended with a shot of Jake the lifeguard playing some Top Gun style beach volleyball with his bros, before we sort of faded out. As we come back to this, it's not quite nighttime yet, but it's getting to be where the sun is starting to settle down over the lake, growing closer to the horizon. You're already seeing some of the families with younger kids and others that have dispersed from the beach. You're now seeing groups of kids and teens, and the very beginnings of some smaller fires being set up, and some people that weren't at the beach already. As cars leave the parking lot, more cars are coming in. It's worth noting that there's at least in the parking lot, there's at least one patrol car that is parked in the parking lot, and one other patrol car that does periodically cruise through the parking lot before heading out back into town. Before nightfall and the bonfire. I said bonfire. Bonfire and partying and all that begins. Is there anything that anybody would like to do? Anybody you want to talk to? Any talking amongst yourselves? And Billy, feel free to come in at any point.
Billy does want to ask a question of the group, but obviously I'm not there yet, so.
Oh, it's also worth mentioning that Jessica had a copy of The Outsider's book fall out of her bag as she was sitting down to the beach, found a passage highlighted and a letter written to her from TJ where he professed her love, or professed his love for her. That happened as well. And Anne and Jessica are now down to 12 feet maximum separation. I turn it over to you for the time being. What would you like to do?
I think Rosie is just talking about how excited she is for the beach party. And how she's pretty sure that her mom is going to be fine with her being here. This is a Paradise tradition, after all.
Yeah, I think Laz says. Yeah, my mom said that Oak and I actually were not allowed to come home tonight until the sun comes up tomorrow, at least. So.
Oh wait, you already got permission? I was gonna ask if like Coop and me were gonna be old enough to attend this party.
He said, as long as you stay with me, that it's fine.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. And he like, you could see that like he's trying his best to like raise his chest up a little bit, like stand a little taller. He's like, I'm almost 13. Like I'm cool enough to hang with these older
He's
kids.
walking with his arms out like this.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be cool. Like it's that Dipper Pines level of energy. Like when he hangs
So
out with
sweet.
the older kids, like it's that level.
No drinking though. That was her only like.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Also, ew, gross. That's disgusting.
You hear that, Coop? No punch at this party.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll bet you don't. I bet you don't remember.
Coop calls his mom and asks if he can go to the beach with Oak and Laz, and says that Mrs. Eccles would really appreciate if he could keep an eye on Oak in case Laz gets distracted.
First of all,
Buddy system.
to place this call, you have to cross the beach, cross the parking lot, go up to where the bathrooms are, and find the payphone.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got a quarter in my ruse.
Yep.
Oh yes! Oh my God! In the ruse, I forgot about that.
When you talk to your mom, at first, and I imagine you just sort of, as soon as she picks up the phone, you just start in, blah, 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 saying all this stuff to her. She says, I don't know. You just finished 6th grade. And you're going to be staying out with a bunch of older high schoolers?
And Oak.
Let me ask your dad.
My dad.
As she says that, a new memory begins to settle in your brain.
What?
Jake the boyfriend is no more. Jake the stepdad is, however, a thing.
Oh.
Same dude
my
or a
word.
different Jake?
Same Jake. He's just Jake the
Okay.
stepdad, not Jake the boyfriend. Let me ask your dad. And then you hear, I'm going to stand the meat all night. Okay, now you know. Yeah. And then you hear,
Dude, I love it so much. That's awesome.
yes, your dad says it's okay.
And you hear her go, Jacob. Jacob Anthony, the boyfriend. Sorry.
Wait, you don't think my middle name's Anthony, do you?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Jacob Anthony, the boyfriend.
Do I not have Jake's talking to himself on this card anymore?
Oh no.
Maybe it didn't come up.
Motherfucker.
I thought some of them rotated in.
No.
It's not on here, bud.
I
It's not on
did
here.
talk to myself and did a variation of Charlie Brown parents' voice.
It's perfect, like muffled phone conversation.
Yes, that was
And quite a
amazing.
few of those. So yes, your mom and stepdad say it's okay.
Okay. I love you, Mom. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
She says, I love you too, and she goes, stop it, as the phone hangs up.
Oh my God.
Coop hangs up the phone. Ew.
Ew. Everybody's gonna say ew tonight except Jessica. That's the game. That's the other game we're playing here.
I think this is the time of night too. There's every once in a while you hear that sort of pop as the occasional
When
bottle
bottle
rocket
rockets are-
gets launched up
Aw.
into the air. Nothing big enough and not with enough frequency that what was his name? Andy Harwell?
Yes.
The deputy, that he can track down where it came from, nor does he seem to care that much as long as they're a smaller, nothing big happening. No M80s or
Nothing requiring a mortar.
yeah. Those were highly illegal in Michigan in the 80s.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, the sun is going down. It's beautiful. I am excited to be here.
Yeah, I mean, it is, I don't know, I have a hard time explaining it. Carrie and I know exactly. I feel many of us have had that sunset on the beach feeling. But given with Lake Michigan, it's the entirety of the lake. You get to watch the sunset over the lake.
Spiritual.
There's this moment during the golden hour and as the sun sinks lower where everybody becomes silhouettes for a while before everything starts to take on that sort of muted, almost purple and orange coloring. And as I said, you see the beginnings of fires starting to spark up here and there. And there is a place on the beach a little further down where a lot of driftwood and it looks like some local businesses contributed pallets and things like that. The big bonfire hasn't been lit yet, but what's everybody else doing?
So I would say Billy arrives when when the sun is completely set. Rolls up for dark, but wasn't there for the. I guess when there was less people around, and it was just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Billy, you made it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ditch you all. It was a lot that we've been through, and I'm not handling it very well.
I put my hand on your shoulder at that, and I would just say, "You're here. You're handling it just fine, man."
There's still too many unanswered questions. There's still too many things that I just don't feel like I've got a grasp on, and heck, like it still bothers me that they took so much from you. Like, it's not right.
It's Billy. You're right, it's not, but there's nothing we can do about it tonight. So just sit and try to relax and enjoy the beach and enjoy the sunset and fucking find somebody with a beer, for God's sake.
I don't know if that's the best course of action for me. Relax, I'll try. Having a beer, I don't know. That's.
Well, I mean, I don't know him very well, but Lazarus seems to be the kind of guy that might have some weed. Would that help?
There's like a twitch when you call him Lazarus. Like, that might be worth trying.
Anne speaks up and says, I wouldn't mind. I'll try it with you.
Ooh,
I'll try it with you, Billy.
All right.
that's
Jess
adorable.
rolls her eyes.
No.
Laz
But
like 100% pulls out like a cellophane from a cigarette package that's been like rolled up.
Bro.
He unrolls it and like pulls
Wow.
out this like fatty
Yes.
just for this occasion.
And Rosie like claps her hands and puts her hands up. It's like, you guys have fun. You can find that shit in your hair. I'm gonna go find somebody with a beer.
Aren't you 14?
Yes, I've drank during this fucking show
I know
a
it's
couple times.
my
I'm gonna
youngest
have like
is 13.
it's the equivalent
so,
of like Boone's Farm. It's not gonna be like, it's gonna be like 3-2 beer.
sure, but I've got a 13-year-old at home, so this is a little weird for me.
Yeah. Hate to break it to you, bud. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Especially the 80s.
I'm kidding. I'm 100% kidding.
The next time we see Rosie, she's got a 40 of oldie in her hand.
No, a 40. No, man.
Colt
Some
45.
Bad Dog 2020.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I think at best Rosie has like a solo cup that she fills up like just a little bit, and she thinks she's like really living on the wild side. She has like 4 ounces of beer.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, there's enough people around here that have popped open coolers, and I think it's the kind of thing in a small town like this, and for the time. Again, as long as everybody keeps things under control, the authorities don't interfere. You're talking Andy Harwell and the sheriff and them, they all grew up in Paradise. They were on this beach, 20 years ago. So, nobody is harshing anybody's buzz or causing any problems. They are making sure that nobody's stumbling up off the beach and getting behind the wheel of a car, and they are making sure that people are staying safe and just looking for trouble, or rather looking out for trouble. They're not looking for trouble. So yeah. Oh yeah, Dallas Rogers is 100%. In fact, I'm going to say canonically at one of the smaller fires that's near where the bonfire is going to be lit, some driftwood has been set up, and somebody has arranged 4 of those good igloo coolers, the dark green ones with the metal latches. They've been arranged in a way that forms an igloo cooler throne, and Dallas Rogers is sitting on the throne.
Dallas is sitting on it. That's perfect. And he's not wearing a shirt. He hasn't
worn a shirt.
Like full on caveman.
He hasn't worn a shirt since the last bell rang. He wasn't even out the door on the last day of school when he took his shirt off.
Swinging it over his head like
he was absolutely one of the ones that you saw driving around in that blue GMC truck.
Jeep?
Well, no, he was driving this truck. He had people loaded up in the back of the truck.
He's tanned like up to halfway through his biceps, and then the rest is just like pink.
Oh yeah, he's
oh,
absolutely
God.
farmer's tan.
He's gonna regret that. Oh my goodness. Bless his heart. Bless his dumb heart. What a night.
Well, after
amazing to be alive.
Yeah, after we finish this one, Laz is gonna go play hacky sack. I think you mentioned there was a group that was already hacking. He's gonna go find them for a bit.
I think when you wander over to the group,
wasn't there like a canonical, like a stoner kid who like the full on like, whoa, man.
Wait, yeah, who was that?
Like,
who was that? I gotta find him real
quick.
I
forgot his name.
I gotta find him real quick because I have
like Laz's friend.
I'll do it. I've
Paradise
got the notes
Academy.
open.
Let's see if we
The
can find
guy
it
that
first.
like was hanging out in the smoking section at the school.
Yeah.
outside.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
can't
There was
remember the kid's
smoking
name.
section, and then there was like a cool girl. So see, Laz, you can just find her
There you
for a
go.
little bit.
Lewis? Was it Lewis?
That rings a bell.
I have Lewis written down, just the name Lewis.
10th grade stoner kid. You didn't give him a last name
Nope.
or an age.
Well, if he's 10th grade, he's probably.
16.
You're
Yeah,
assuming he didn't get held back.
I was gonna say, well, look, just because he blazes doesn't mean he's a bad student.
No, he's actually like very
Based on
bright.
our interaction with him, he's probably
he
a
just
bad
doesn't
student.
apply himself.
He was basically Spicoli, right?
Yeah.
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 Dick.
So yeah, I think
Orders a pizza.
I think yeah, I totally don't remember what this kid sounded like, so I'm gonna try to recreate him.
Whoa.
It
As
was kind of
literally sounded like
Spicoli.
that.
as you roll up on the stoners that were playing hacky sack, Lewis kind of looks up at you where he's just sort of sitting on the he's sitting up on so where the parking lot ends before the beach, there's this like little bit of a stone wall with a flat ledge on it, and then it's a little bit greater drop down to the sand, and he's kind of sitting up on that. Some of the other stoners are leaning against the wall beneath him, and as you come walking up, he just kind of gives you that sort of, hey,
How's it going? Noticed y'all had the hacky sack kind of floating
yeah,
around.
yeah, we're just taking a mo to chill, man, before we kick again. You wanting to kick?
Yeah, whenever y'all are good
Well,
to do it.
I just see one problem, man.
Okay.
And he reaches behind his ear and he pulls out a joint, and he goes, I don't think you're high enough, man.
Well, Lewis, when you're right, you're right.
And you just see that
you're right.
glow as he lights up and takes a big hit, and then he just passes it to you. And there's a girl who's sitting against the wall near you. As soon as you take a hit, she doesn't even look. She's just got her hand up with her kind of like this. It almost looks like she's just randomly giving a peace sign, but it's the universal signal for puff puff give.
Pass.
And the
and,
circle forms.
And yeah, I mean, over the next few minutes, you start passing it around, and before the joints even made it all the way around the group, somebody's pulled out a hacky sack, and you're kicking and stalling with the best of them. What about Oak? I haven't heard a whole lot about what Oak's doing right now.
Dude, Oak is the equivalent of a wallflower right now. Like, this is his first, like, big kid party, I would imagine. That's not, like, it's his brother taking him out to a big kid party. And him being like, oh, I get to be a big kid. So, like, he's trying to dance and trying to, like, mingle with all, and he realizes he is out of his depth. Like, there is a moment where he's like, hey, what's going on, Dallas? How you doing? Hey, what's hanging? Good? Everything? Chill? Great? Wonderful. I looked at Coop. I'm like, I don't have any idea how to do this. I realize that I am not good in social situations. This is weird. Is it weird for you?
The important thing is that we don't cave to peer pressure. We just kind of have to do our own thing. So,
Okay.
I have an idea. Hold on.
Okay.
And Coop scurries off towards one of the driftwood piles and comes back with two enormous but thin sticks. And he hands one to Oak. And he says,
Okay, Oak, here's what we got to do. We need to go around and try to find out who's got the weenies and who's got the marshmallows.
Okay.
We've got a couple of sticks, but they're sad and empty.
Okay. So we gotta fill these sticks with delicious treats. I understand.
Yep.
That sounds like that's a good idea, because then we can be social, we can hang out, and we can try to get people. That's awesome. Great. Let's do it.
For sure. And nobody ever got hurt standing around a bonfire trying to roast weenies.
Nope. Never. Never.
Another firework
I do
goes off.
think I do think though that there's this moment like where they're going off and they're gonna do like they're gonna go around and try to be social with like the big kids, but there is this like looming thing where like every now and then you watch Oak kind of like get distracted. He's definitely not. He's in the moment, but he's not in the moment. He's like looking over at Laz, and then like looking over at Rosie, and then like looking over at Jessica and Billy, like just keeping tabs on every one of his friends. And then there's this moment where he keeps like looking back at the lighthouse, being like, why is the lighthouse got a 30-foot radius? Like his brain is going into, there's things that I need to question, but I don't want to question them right now because I want to try to just have fun. So let's do that and not think for a minute.
I would like,
You know, if we don't find any hot dogs or marshmallows, which is unlikely but possible, we can always lightsaber fight with these.
Yes. Although not the face. Can't touch the face because, like, if so, mom will be mad. I know your mom will be mad. My mom will be mad. Anything below neck, great, awesome.
I would like Coop and Oak to make DC 6 charm checks.
Charm checks, you say?
Motherfucker, that's my D20. 10.
Okay.
Charm. Okay, well, I haven't rolled this one in a while, so we'll see where it comes up. Oh, 7.
Okay. So, Coop, since you rolled higher, I would like you to roll a D12, and I would like Oak to roll a D4.
7.
Okay.
Bless.
Thank you.
Okay. Coop, you score 7 wieners.
Yes.
Oak, you score 1.
Yes.
Sorry to get you while you were drinking, Jeremy.
Coop scores 7 wieners and then a bag with buns, but there's only like 3 buns.
So we got
Oh, no
like a
buns.
whole
Damn it.
pack.
Oh.
We got a whole pack of hot dogs between the two of us.
Well,
But,
you scored 1 bag of marshmallows.
Oh, 1 bag of marshmallows. Well, the 1 bag of marshmallows
Sweet.
is enough.
Yeah, 1 bag. That's why I had you roll a D4. Listen,
okay.
you're running around a bunch of people that are already, that have quite a few of them have already been day drinking for a while.
Yeah.
There are various levels of drunk and high, and that's why the DC was so low for charming them.
Heck yeah. Okay. Perfect. I'm just
I
gonna
think
take
at one
these
point,
things.
I like to picture at one point, somebody hands the two of you a couple of beers, and before you can even think about taking a drink, somebody else comes by and was like, "Whoa, you shouldn't have those," and it's like swipes them from you.
That's amazing.
Well, they are now, Jeremy.
Yes.
They must.
They are now
It's a
Stay
must.
Puffed marshmallows.
Oh,
Stay puffed.
Oh, I
best.
totally forgot I made coffee at the beginning of this.
amazing.
Quick little side fact, because I can't respond to the chat, even the side chat, about hacky sack. I actually, when I worked at the factory 20 years ago, for 3 years straight, we played hacky sack on every single break and every single lunch break.
That's
And then
cool.
when I worked in publishing at my old publisher a little over 10 years ago, we had a group that would get together for our afternoon break for about 20 minutes. All of us are in like business casual up on the side of this hill, and we would play hacky sack. And we had people that had never played before, and we had some of us that had been playing for years. But I played hacky sack well into my 40s.
That's
I can,
awesome.
I can do one better with the business casual. I got into hacky sack at the tail end of my college career, and it kind of moved along, because some of the people I hung out with at college were also in my regular D&D group. So we have a picture of me and the groomsmen at my wedding playing hacky sack in our tuxes.
Awesome.
That's amazing, dude.
That's fantastic.
I have a few pictures of when I was on deployment where a bunch of us are standing around in our PTs at dusk playing hacky sack. Okay. So we know what Coop and Oak are up to. I think because he's already been introduced, I think that Rosie, when we see Oak looking around at all of his friends, he looks to see you, and you're kind of sitting over by where Dallas is sitting on his igloo cooler throne, and nearby is Jake the lifeguard, and he's chatting you up. And we don't yet see what's going on there directly, but we see it from Oak's perspective. Is he looks at Laz kind of off with a whole other group of people, and then we see you, and you're laughing at something Jake the lifeguard said, and there's a small group of other sporty people, boys and girls, that are around you. Jessica, what's going on? What are you doing?
So,
What are you doing?
what month are we in again? Can you remind me?
It's June. It's early June,
Okay.
so because it's the very beginning. Yesterday was the last day of school.
Yeah. So I think Jess is talking with some of maybe the people who had just graduated, if you'll allow new people to have come from like university.
Yes.
And is trying to maybe chat up some of the people in university now, their first year.
Okay. I'm going.
They're just coming back to visit for the summer. So I think, yeah.
So these would have been people that graduated last year.
Yeah.
And
just
have
completed their freshman year.
completed their freshman years, and they've come back. So I'm going
Went
to thankfully
Northwestern, Ferris, and CMU.
Thankfully, I have a random NPC generator table. So I can generate random NPCs at the drop of a hat. First off,
Jake creates people. Check us out on redbubble.com. At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great shirts like the one I'm wearing, the one Tamiko's wearing, and so many others. You can get our shirts on t-shirts, tank tops. Oh, and Jeremy too. How about it? You can get our logos on t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, mugs, and stickers, and all kinds of other great stuff. Hey, check us out at redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
Thank you, Gary. I actually didn't need it then, because when I say at the drop of a hat, I mean, I literally have it ready to go. But no, that's fine.
Once I started, I couldn't stop.
Yeah. I forgot I built this. It generates NPCs for 10 to 12 years old, 13 to 18 years old, and 25 to 65 years old. Or theoretically 25 to however old. But I built this like last year, I think. So first, Jessica, I need you to make a charm check. And let's see. So you're a junior this year.
Mm-hmm.
So you were a sophomore when some of these kids graduated. I'm going to say the combination of being 2 years behind them and them have, a lot of them sort of having that pretentious, well, I'm a university student now. I'm going to say it's a DC 10 charm check, just to see if you can get any of them to talk to you.
I got a 19.
Oh yeah, not a problem at all. I'm going to have you roll me a D20, and well, are you chatting up anybody specifically? Are you trying to talk to some of the girls, some of the boys?
I think that she's probably chatting to the group, but I think there's probably one boy there that she is trying to.
Okay. Roll me a d20, and we will create a new NPC.
Uh, 9.
There were a lot of snow days that had to be made up. That's why we went into the first week of June. A 9. Where did I go? 9 is. Let me do a quick refresh.
Redbubble.com here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
9. Okay. Interesting. Finley Roberts.
Finn.
He's 18 years old, so that works out. And he is described, his personality is described as vibrant. JT, he's an army brat. No, Finley is he's a very extroverted personality. He has a bit of that. He's quick-witted, so in the group, it's some of this year's seniors, as well as a couple other kids. He's come back. It was actually pretty easy for him to come back. He goes to school in Ann Arbor at University of Michigan, and he's quick-witted. He's got that sort of mop of sandy blonde hair. He's got the almost athletic build, but he never played sports.
I think you see Jess is like totally unlike herself, which is usually like with this almost like I forget, not like a disgusted look is on her face usually, but now you see her, she's like twirling like her ponytail and laughing at everything that he says, which I mean, he's an 18-year-old boy, probably just stupid things, so but she thinks that's just the best thing that she's ever heard.
And I think there's these few moments during since you rolled so high on the charm, I think as the conversation is progressing and the conversations are happening, more and more, he kind of steals glances in your direction and seems to, over the course of a little bit of time, seems to be taking more and more notice of you. There is a moment before you get a chance to really kind of break away and talk to him. There is a moment where you feel a tap on your shoulder, and turning, you see Anne standing there, and she holds out her hand to you. She goes, "Hi, I'm Anne. Who the hell are you?"
Oh, to
you.
To me?
Yeah. Because you're not acting anything like yourself.
I think she's being sarcastic. She's like, what planet are you on?
Okay, so then, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was really confused.
Yeah, sorry.
Jake, you do so many, like, switch-ups. I was like...
is she actually, is she not remembering me? It's happening.
I think that's right. No, it works perfectly, though, because you were essentially code switching.
Yeah.
You were either mask up or down with this kid, that you're not being yourself, so you were code switch, so it makes sense that you would be a little bit confused at what
to switch back.
Anne is saying, and then it kind of clicks that she's being sarcastic. She's like, "Who the hell are you?"
You see, she's like smiles at the others. This is my sister, Anne. And this is everyone from the university. She says the university. I can't remember the name.
University of Michigan.
Oh, easy. Yep.
They really traveled.
I mean, it's not that far.
Anything to avoid using Ferris, huh, Jake? I say it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, it's kind of funny because with my own kid being an alum, you would have thought I would have gone for Ferris because
I know. It's right up
so
there.
what you guys don't know, Ferris is what, an hour from, maybe an hour and a half from the analog for Paradise, Empire, Michigan, and is a very big school. So I don't know why I didn't use Ferris, but
fine. It's cool.
Nope.
U of M.
Yep.
So he's got some money.
As like Jess introduces Anne, she kind of like she's like holding Anne's like arm to like kind of bring her into the group, and you can see like no one else sees this, but she ever so slightly like squeezes Anne's arm, just like a warning.
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be weird. What is Anne's charm die?
Let me look quickly.
Well, you guys have the same die.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I'm just gonna double check if she has any minuses to anything. I think you only gave her pluses. Yeah, you did. So it would still be a D20.
Okay, so you and I are going to roll a D20.
Oh no.
This is a roll-off between Anne and Jess.
Okay, I got an 18.
Okay.
Hey!
So did I.
No, they're twins. They're
Oh,
That's
no.
so perfect.
Oh, it's
Horrifying.
perfect.
That's horrifying.
So I think as
The
you
dice
squeeze
don't
her
lie.
arm, she kind of looks at you with like she gives you the look that says simultaneously, okay, I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down, but also don't push it too far. Also, Billy, what's your proximity to Anne at this point?
Well, I thought Anne was coming with me, but if Anne has to stay within a certain distance of Jessica,
12 feet.
Yeah, I was kind of going off to the side to go,
So I think
try this whole smoking thing.
I think and so that sort of happened. I guess we kind of glossed over it because this is Anne and Billy's first time. So maybe it was one of those things where it was sort of promised, and then you turn around and Laz kind of walked away to go with the stoners, and you didn't quite get to fulfill that, and so you turn around and then you find for a moment that you're standing alone, Billy. Also, I think it's worth noting because I feel like this question was asked last week, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we established that it's about 3 days or so before a full moon.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you put that on top of everything. So I guess like if he sees Laz wander away and then he sees Anne head off with Jessica, he's gonna look around for Oak.
Okay. I think it doesn't take you long. As you look around, there's a moment where you see on the other side by now the bonfire's been lit up. You look over on, you see, for a moment, you see Oak and Coop sword fighting with big sticks. And then they disappear for a few minutes. And then you see Coop still on. All of this is happening on the other side of the fire. You see Coop holding up like a handful of wieners. And then Oak triumphantly holds up a big bag of Stay Puft marshmallows. At one point, you see one of the football players shoves a couple of beers in their hands, and then you see one of the cheerleaders walks by and swipes them out of their hands. So everything that we had seen happening to them, you see also. So you kind of have eyes on them, and you can easily get to where Coop and Oak are.
So like I think Billy is looking at everything, through the slow goggles. Everything is just moving faster than he's able to process, which is why all these things keep drifting off. I imagine like if we zoom back, like Laz pulls out the baggie and Billy just kind of stares blankly for a moment. There's probably this questioning glance from Laz, looks to Anne, who's a bit of a shrug, and it just Laz then walks away. And kind of shrugs it at Billy like, okay, what the heck? I thought we were gonna do this. And Billy just seems out of it, and Anne wanders off, feeling this tug and proximity that she needs to have with Jessica. And Billy is just kind of like lost in thought before he's just slowly drifting across the beach, getting lured in by the fire, watching the two youngins play and have a good time, before finally like they carve off a section for themselves to like sit down. And I approach and I wait for like a moment in whatever their conversation is to be like, hey Oak, can I chat with you a minute?
Yeah. Time out, hold on. Yeah, absolutely, come on, man. And he like I imagine there's probably like some piece of driftwood there's enough of these like driftwood seats that have been fashioned out on this beach by these kids now that like he'll plop himself down, kind of heavy breathing because like that was more exercise that he expected to do. But he's like, all right, what's going on? How can I help you? What do you?
So, I think, like, of all of our group, like, you're the only one that seems to, try to keep everything together.
It's getting really hard.
and that's what I'm dealing with. We're layers and layers of memories, and I'm starting to it's starting to bleed too much. There's been too much craziness, too much loss, too much change, and I'm just having a really difficult time coping with all of it. And
you see that Oak kind of takes that all in for a minute, and he like looks to you. I don't ever want to do anything that makes people feel uncomfortable. So, is it okay if I hug you right now? Oh, because that
you can
sounds like
you can see that in this moment, especially now with the added factor of the moon waxing, there is like knotted up tension, and Billy is on edge from everything that we've gone through. The loss of his mother, his grandmother. It's hit him hard. When you're like, can I hug you? Like he fully for a moment relaxes his posture.
Aww.
You can see the visible dropping of his shoulders as he just lets out this uproarious laughter, like you've just told the funniest joke. It's okay to hug.
He'll give you a hug, and then he goes, okay, listen, I'm right there with you. The moment we came out of that place, they kept telling us that it's the prime, and I don't know about you, but like, even though I want to believe that this is the prime. There's so many things that make me go, is it though? You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There's some things that I really like about this place. And then there's some things that I really think that, like, there's no way that could be true. So now I have to question it. And we got a lot of work to do. I mean, Coop's already helping me kind of figure some things out. But, like...
That's part of my problem. Is number one, everything started off so adversarial, and now they're trying to like be our friends, and I don't know how to sync that all together.
Yeah, that's a strange
I just I look around, and you can look as I'm trying to like as if I'm like looking around our circle of friends, and like I look to you like you'd understand this. It's like solving a math equation. It just doesn't add up. I just can't reconcile them.
A plus B should equal C, but instead it's equaling X or Y, and that's a weird thing.
But we have gone through so much, and there is still so many unanswered questions. I feel like they're not always giving us the answers, and with all of the jumping around time and all of the craziness that we've gone through, I just can't keep it all straight, and I feel like I feel like I'm breaking apart trying to hold everything together.
Okay. Well, kind of looks to Coop. Coop?
Yeah, what?
I think that Billy kind of needs our help, because apparently you and I are the only ones keeping this train afloat, or
we were just talking about that.
Whatever. Yeah, we are. We're the only ones doing that. So I feel like he's got to get a rundown of like everything that we know, but I don't want to. As he holds up a marshmallow, he's like, I don't want to.
Are you offering it, or are you just holding it up?
No, I mean, I'm going to offer it to you, but like I don't want to harsh your mellow right now, dude.
Coop
Like
shoves
I don't
his
want
stick.
to your mellow.
Coop shoves his stick into Billy's hand.
You need a stick.
You know, I don't want to mess with it, but if you want to know answers, I'm okay to answer what I know. And Coop,
we went far into the future, and there were like we were supposed to find keys, and we found some, and then then we went to somewhere else, and and then we met all of those, and I'm like going through these story beats that feel like they're unfinished chunks, and you know I don't know. Ted is frazzled, so I don't know how much Billy is laid out there and how much everybody knows. So it totally fits when Billy's like and then we're supposed to like go to the moon for something, and I don't know how much of that's a good idea.
I'm not a very smart man, Billy, but I will say
lies. This man is actually very smart. Very
maybe
smart.
This is a lot like jet lag. Like we've been going back and forth through time so much. Maybe we just all have like we flew from Seattle to Boston, you know?
That's entirely possible.
Sure,
too.
maybe. But like what would happen if I go to the moon? Wouldn't it always be full there? Wouldn't I constantly feel that pull?
I mean, I don't.
Only if you're on the sunny side.
Yeah, if you're going on the dark...
sun have to do with it?
Because that's the part you see.
It's the dark side of the moon. Pink Floyd. You haven't? Did you listen to that album? It's the dark side of the moon, man. Like
what?
Sure, I understand Pink Floyd. I'm looking at the fact like the moon is what makes me wolf out or whatever.
Yes.
But if
The
you're
light
standing
part
on
of
the
the
moon,
moon.
So
The
are you
moon's always
saying-
there, man.
So you're
Sure,
saying that
but-
if you go to the moon, you'll be forever a werewolf?
I don't know. It's seeing the moon. That's
Okay.
I if you're standing on it, then you can always see it. It's
You
always
watch
there.
as Oak pulls out a little tiny black book that he's been the little tiny little notebook that he's been keeping with him. Werewolves on the moon? Question mark, question mark.
Well, like we
Possibility.
can save that door for last, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Let's see. So cool. Anne's back. That's a wonderful thing, right? For everybody, I think. This is awesome. Then Rosie, I don't know what's going on with her memory, but I have a feeling that if we just, just breadcrumb the little bitty memories that we have of
Something-
Laz, maybe it'll trigger in her and she'll understand what the things he's done.
I
to,
don't think that's anything that we're gonna be able to do. I honestly feel it's gonna have to be a scenario if that's what Laz wants. He's gonna have to go through the work again to. Yeah, and I kind of acknowledge the fact that I'm talking to a couple of 12 and 13-year-olds
of littles who don't understand it and are like, what do you mean? It would be so simple for us to just drop hints and then for her to regain her memories and then be like, Laz, I totally forgot about you.
I don't know. I think almost
he's gonna
dying
have to-
really changed Rosie because, I mean, she's not herself at all. She's so, I don't want to say she's mean because she hasn't really acted mean, but she was certainly quick to blow us off.
So
I blame that Jake guy.
you're blaming Jake?
Yeah, but remember in the other timelines when she was with Jimmy Bretsky and stuff? She didn't blow us off then.
That's
So-
true.
I hate to tell it to you, but when you're in a relationship, when you have feelings for somebody and they return, it changes who you are, sometimes a little, sometimes a lot. And you could tell that Laz liked Rosie and Rosie liked Laz, and it's kind of two lines moving towards each other, and once they intersect, they both have made changes until they got to that center. Well, now those lines aren't intersecting anymore. So Laz is
Oh, that's
hurt
heavy.
emotionally. He's hurt emotionally because he doesn't have that connection, and Rosie is back to her square one because she doesn't remember the steps that she made toward Laz. And it's truly harder for Laz because he was fighting to get her back, and when she came back, it wasn't there. So he's got to essentially deal with a breakup, with a connection that doesn't exist, without any of the negative emotions going on with it, because he cares enough about her not to push. So it's gonna be really hard for him.
Oh, this is like that movie I snuck into a couple years ago, where there was this guy named Lane and his girlfriend Beth broke up with him, and he had a really hard time about it.
What movie is that?
It was called Better Off Dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh God.
I
okay.
want my $2.
but then he ended up with the prettier French girl. So
Okay. You came to me for answers, but I am lost now. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm gone. Okay. So here's what I suggest we do. Powwow time. Here's what I suggest we do. After this, Laz, Coop, me, and you, we all have like a boys' night. We hang out. We figure out all the, like, you know, questions we have as to what this world is going to be. I don't know what this is. I'm tired of older people calling it the Prime because it doesn't feel like it. It feels weird, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, I find that concept amusing because the word, you know, as I see it, you know, having done some math, like there's lots of different prime numbers. So are there several primes that are out there in regards to whatever this is? Are they more stable? So I don't know. I just think we've got.
You watch as Oak, one of his eyes just all of a sudden arbitrarily like twitches, like the idea that there's a loophole or something that he missed and that he didn't think about, but now is going to fixate on that for quite a while is bothering him. He's like,
Oh yeah, I am fully buying into that as Ted of let's put out stuff ideas for Jake. Let's you know, break Oak's head, the conspiracy theorist.
You started talking math, and Coop's eyes glazed over, and he's just like not there anymore, and he's burning his marshmallow.
So there's about this point, I think the camera shifts about 10 feet away from your group, where there's two of the sort of loner kids that they're good friends. They don't have a lot of other friends. They're sitting nearby. And as you guys have been having this conversation, they're looking in your direction, slack-jawed, and one of them turns to the other and goes, dude, either we're really high or they're really high. I have no idea what they were talking about.
Dude.
I turn, like, I mean, was this said loud enough for us
No,
to
this
hear?
was just like an aside.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Acknowledging that somebody overheard your conversation but has no idea what you were talking about.
No.
I would like,
and won't remember it tomorrow.
I would like Billy to make a DC 5 brains check. I want everybody else to make a DC 12 brains check.
Oof. Oof.
And because it's Moon, this is harder for me. All right. Well, even with the harder, that's a 15.
Explode, fail. 7.
Normal fail.
Expertly failed.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. And Jessica.
That's a big old 3.
Okay, perfect. So, Billy, you're the first one to notice. There's a shift. It's almost imperceptible to a lot of people. But every once in a while, in a large group of people, even as large of a group as spread out as this beach party is, sometimes a sensation or a mood change moves through a group like a wave. This one is subtle, but everybody's attention is drawn, and you notice it. Not everybody, several people's attention is drawn. You and Oak notice it. You notice it first. We see from the darkness on the other side of the bonfire, emerging from shadow, wavy, illuminated by the fire, but we're looking through the fire. We see a group of individuals, all of them dressed in black. There are one... Oh my God.
Sorry.
That's funny. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 7. Sorry, 7 people.
Okay, no.
But they are led by two individuals who look remarkably similar, though they are a boy and a girl. As you see Victor and Victoria Van Houten, but they are not dressed in what you remember them as, the sort of the epitome of high fashion. They are dressed in a very iconoclastic look for this era. They are in shades of black. They are wearing, essentially, they are dressed like goth.
Cool.
Lots of black, lots of zinc studs, lots of buckles, dark makeup.
So it's like the T-Birds rival gang?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
As they start coming through out of this area, you see Victor and Victoria. Actually, you would recognize the other 5 people that are with them from the party at Stapler's after the big game, when a bunch of the monster families were gathered at Stapler House. With Victor and Victoria Van Houten is Mary Brown, their cousin.
Oh, wasn't she like a ghost?
She was a vampire.
Vampire, never mind, sorry.
Serena and Adrian McIntyre. They are brother and sister. Oh no, I am sorry. I made a mistake. There are 6 people. I forgot Adrian's the dad. Serena McIntyre is with them. She's a hard one to observe. Every time it's like when you look at her, your gaze sort of slips away. She is an invisible girl. And then Rasha and Jahatha Saber are also there. They are Gorgons. Did I forget somebody? Gorgon,
Gil
invisible.
But maybe Gil's not invited to this party. Only the cool.
That was it.
Monster Mash.
Serena, Rasha and Jahatha, Victor and Victoria, and Mary. So there's just the 6 of them.
And in this timeline, because it's changed multiple times, what is their status within the school? Like,
they are iconoclastic. They're sort of on the outskirts. Everybody knows who they are. People kind of give them a bit of wide berth. It's very much kind of like how the Cullens in Twilight were looked at. For whatever reason, people knew there was something different about them. But Billy, as you kind of focus on them, and with that high roll, you sort of have a slight shuffling of your memories that you know that your own family's disposition, the Van Houtens, the McIntyres, the Sabers, it is not common knowledge in town that they are supernatural beings, that you are supernatural beings. You know it because you're a part of that community. Your friends know it, but it is not public knowledge in Paradise Prime that there are supernaturals walking amongst everybody. At this time, M, your D100 roll is going to pay off.
Oh.
I say pay off, you rolled a 68. We'll see how you view that. So at the exact moment that everybody, or a large group of people, seem to notice the goths showing up, and Billy and Oak kind of clock who exactly it is. Jessica, you are talking with Finley, and the group that he was with has dispersed a little bit. So it's just like 1 or 2 other people. You, and sort of reluctantly, I imagine kind of sitting nearby, almost at the edge of that 12 feet is Anne, and she's kind of looking over in the distance where Billy is, but she can't do anything about it right now. In this moment, you didn't notice the Goths showing up. What you notice is as Finley kind of throws his head back to laugh, he kind of goes an unnatural silence falls around you. Almost every sound instantly vanishes, and you are unable to move. It's ironic that you got this exact roll because the sensation is very familiar to you, though it seems to be, well, you don't know what the source is, but it's exactly like when you were compelled by the vampires back in 1855 on South Manitou Island to stand there and wait. In fact, it was a very particular vampire who compelled you to wait. Fire nearby, the fire has turned into this sort of weird frozen flames. People are in the midst of, you look over maybe 20 feet away and you see Laz both feet off the ground, 1 foot lifted up as he's in the middle of a kickstall with the hacky sack, and you can only move your eyes, and then you hear somebody moving nearby. Right behind you. And suddenly in your ear, Jessica, you hear, "Why do you look so familiar?" And then you see as the person moves out from behind you to stand in front of you. And of course, it's Victoria Van Houten. And she cocks her head at you. She kind of looks and she reaches up and brushes a little bit of hair away from your forehead. "I know you. From a very long time ago." She leans in.
And
Nope.
talk. Okay.
Not yet. She leans in uncomfortably close. Sniffs at you. "You're not a supernatural. So why did I see you over 150 years ago? Or 130 years ago, I think it was. Why did I see you?" She reaches forward with a black painted nail. She touches your nose. Boop. She doesn't say boop. Sorry. She just that'd be weird. She just touches your nose, and you feel a little bit of, like, at least in your head, like from the neck up, your muscles relax a little bit. You can look around, you can move your head, and you can talk.
I can see why you're such a bitch now. Living for that long? You must be tired.
So it's true. You were there. That doesn't explain how you know me. You make a brains check, please.
Oh no. Because then Jess is going to be like, yeah, doesn't it suck not knowing what you want to know?
Ooh. God, you cannot fight back.
No. So,
you know, consider this in saying what you're gonna say.
What'd you get for brains
A
check?
5. Fine.
So in this instance, this was more of a perception check. Victoria doesn't seem like she recognizes you from anywhere other than 100 and... Why can't I math this? 130 years ago is what it was, I believe. She does not seem to recognize you from any previous encounters. And as she frees up the mobility in your head, you have a slight shifting of memories. And you realize you know her around school as part of the goth group that people sort of leave alone. They're a loner group. There's a lot of weird rumors about the things they get up to, and some rumors about being a part of a cult or Satanists or witches or whatever. The most prevailing rumor about them is that they're werewolves. But you realize that the only memory you have of knowing about them as vampires is from in the iterations. In Prime, you don't have any memory of them being known as vampires.
So wait, sorry, she does know, but only because of the iterations? Or
No, you don't know her. The only reason you recognize her as a vampire is because of your memories from the iterations. Your new memories that sort of settle in and kind of blend are that
okay, I got you.
nobody seems to know that they're vampires. And she seems to only know of you from 130 years ago. She doesn't seem to recognize you from previous interactions at Paradise Academy from within the iterations.
Okay, then she's gonna say something super because I know that she could probably kill Jessica in a blink, but Jessica is going to die being snarky.
Teenage Lip does not consider these things.
No, certainly not. So I think Jess is just gonna mutter out after she says, it must hurt not knowing what you know. Careful you don't snarl too intensely, you might show off a fang.
I would like you...
Get it. Gonna get bit.
I would like you to make I'm going to have you make a DC 10 charm check.
Okay.
This is...
I roll...
Before you say what you rolled,
Oh.
this is specifically to determine how she takes your comment.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
So charming.
All right. You say that. She looks at you, and she actually does curl up one side, and she's got this dark... you see this close up, it's not black, but it's burgundy. Like a really deep red lipstick. She curls up one lip, and you can almost hear as one of the fangs just goes...
Oh,
and she reaches up with her tongue and just sort of licks across the fang. And then she goes... You got some real spirit. I've decided I like you. And she reaches up and she taps you on the nose again.
Does she say boop this time?
And she doesn't say boop.
Okay.
All of a sudden you hear next to you as Finley goes and all of a sudden a rush of sound and everybody's moving around, and Victoria is now 50 feet away from you, back with the others as they are walking towards the bonfire.
Jessica looks over and she wants to just quickly see if the others have seen this group.
I think looking around, you look around and you spot, looking at each of your friends, it's clear that Billy and Oak have clocked the Van Houtens and the others. And as you look back, I think you see Laz and the group he's with didn't immediately notice, but somebody within that group, probably Lewis, is you look over and Lewis taps Laz on the shoulder and kind of points in that direction and kind of makes this motion like commenting on how hot somebody or all of them look, who knows, but Lewis definitely is pointing your attention to the girls in the goth group, Laz. And Jessica, you clock that Laz's attention was drawn to it. So Rosie and Coop don't seem to have picked up on it.
Yeah, okay, so immediately I think Jessica turns back to Finn and was like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. I'm getting a drink. And she like stands up immediately and gestures to Anne to come with her, and she's going to like try and like wrangle the group together.
Okay.
Make sure everyone sees the other group, the rival super gang.
All of a sudden it turns into West Side Story.
Yeah, we start snapping.
It's going to be a combination of West Side Story and Warriors.
Warriors!
Come on and play! Ding, ding, ding. I think this is a good point to shift over to Rosie, who we've actually not really seen directly.
Rosie is talking feverishly with Jake.
Rosie, take us into the midst of take us into the middle of the conversation that you're having right now.
I think honestly for like a while, Rosie and Jake the lifeguard are talking pretty feverishly about the Tigers' recent World Series win and whether or not they could pull it together in the 85 season, which is legit. And just going back and forth with arguments and stats and et cetera, and then I think they kind of start to talk about school and like how the school year went, and he just moved here, right? So it's like, so Rosie is like telling him about Paradise Academy and like which teachers are good and which teachers are bad, and just sort of like those kinds of conversations. And then I imagine maybe, and tell me if this is too much, I think Rosie might suggest like walking along the beach, like away from the throng.
So I think there is a during the conversation, I'm just going to drop
please do
a little bit of knowledge on you. What's that?
You're looking up baseball stats right
now. No,
aren't
actually,
you?
I know for a fact, without looking up baseball stuff, that Jake the lifeguard, he's actually a big fan of Lance Parrish, the catcher for the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, yes.
And Kurt Gibson is another name I remember. And of course, their coach was Sparky Anderson. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in the 80s and for a long time, the Tigers announcer was Al Kaline.
It was. Yeah.
See, so I know some
Good job.
stuff.
I'm very proud of you.
I grew up. When in the 80s, my grandpa was always watching or listening to the Tigers. So
that's awesome. So you know stuff. Good
and I went the one time I went to a Tigers game. I saw them lose to the White Sox in
White Sox, man.
87, because I remember the World
Tigers
Series
to the White Sox.
and I saw them play in Tiger Stadium. The original Tiger Stadium. But yeah, Gibson, Parrish, Sparky Anderson, those are about the only ones I can remember.
That's cool. Those are the biggies.
And I actually had one of my sister's friends. My sister and her friends played softball, and her friend who was a catcher was a huge Lance Parrish fan. So anyway, yeah. So I think there's some of that conversation happening, and then you ask him if he wants to go for a walk, and he goes, "Yeah, hold on a minute." And he turns over to Dallas and kind of drops down to one knee, and he jokingly says, "My liege," as he opens up one of the coolers.
This fucking guy. As
he opens up one of the coolers, and he pulls out a couple of beers out of the cooler, and hands you one of the beers, and the two of you walk away from the main group, and you have a good several hundred yards of beach. Actually, there's quite a bit more beach. Just the public beach is only a few hundred yards, but I think quite a few people have strayed onto some of that private beach area, so you have a lot of beach you can walk along. Are you walking south towards the bluffs or north along towards like the general Sleeping Bear Dunes?
I would say more towards the bluffs.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to kind of like just to get away from all the noise and all the kind of the chaos of the party as people continue to get like more drunk and more like, you know, just chaotic. And I don't imagine we walk very far, but I just kind of want to like stand away from the crowd a little bit. And Rosie would kind of shrug when they get that about like far-ish away, and just say like, oh, man, sometimes like too many people kind of gives me the like freaks me out a little bit.
That's, I guess, surprising. You seemed a little bit like kind of a people person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. It hasn't always been like this.
You like people, but you hate crowds, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
That's it. Yeah. I just, I don't know, man. It kind of always feels like somebody's like watching me to just, I don't know. I don't know who's watching me, you know. I don't know.
Are you some kind of like troublemaker? Is there something I need to know? And he just kind of leans over and bumps shoulders with you as he says that.
And I like don't like shy away, and I'm just like, no, it's not that. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Is it because you're so good at baseball that too many eyes on you? I'm just trying to figure it. I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. It just seems like an odd thing to be worried about people watching you all the time if you're not a troublemaker, and you seem to enjoy it, or at least you seem to be able to make the crowds disappear when you're on the mound.
Well, because I know what to do when I'm out there. I know what I'm doing when I'm out there, or when I'm playing basketball. Like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and when I'm just like in my own skin, I sometimes just don't. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do all the time. And more lately, it's a long story.
Okay, well, it's your story, and you can tell it in your own time.
Rosie smiled. She's like, thanks. No, thanks for inviting me to the big beach party. I mean, I've heard about it, but I've never been.
I mean, you're from here, aren't you? Isn't your mom like the principal?
Well, yeah. That's why I've never been. I mean, I can't risk, you know, people finding me with beer, and I like hold up the beer that I have in my hand, And like, I just no, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's weird. I don't know. I don't big crowds like this.
I thought maybe it was just you were trying to lure me away from everybody.
I like looking back at a party, and I imagine the camera shot is like a back shot of the two of them with the party in the background, and there's like this glow of all the bonfires, and like you see like the silhouette of kids like running back and forth, and a couple like even running into the water, and like but like Rosie and Jake are in the foreground, and Rosie just says, I like looking at a party, but knowing that it's over there.
He kind of nods. Yeah, I get it. And he looks, and as it sort of cuts a little bit to the more of a two shot, you see that you're sort of back or sort of edge lit by the light from the fires. Mm-hmm. And he kind of looks, I guess, down at you a little bit. He's taller than you. And he says, firelight is a good look on you. And he just kind of pushes your hair out of your face a little bit.
Yup. And you would expect Rosie to make some quippy little remark, but she does not.
And unless you stop him, he is going to lean in for a kiss.
Yep. And I do. And I imagine, as an added little, like, just dagger twist for the audience, when Rosie, like, tilts her head up to kiss him, her hat falls. And just like when Laz kissed her the first time, she, like, catches it behind her back.
And we'll cut from that scene. Go ahead, Laz.
I think there's a part where, like, the hacky sack legitimately like escapes the circle and like lands in the sand like in that direction, and Laz is the one that goes to retrieve it, and he 100% sees this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I think that's also, as you see this and you're standing there, Jess, I think that's when you and Anne, you said you were going to gather everybody. So Laz being sort of on the fringe of where the others are, who are the three boys are all together already. So just as Laz has run off to the side and is bending down to pick up the hacky sack, and he sees this, that's when you and Anne approach.
We got issues, or we got trouble.
Houston, you have a problem.
Yeah, you can say that again.
And I think, Jess, you see what Laz sees. You see... Yeah.
Yeah, Jess looks sad, like heartbroken, and just turns back to Laz. She doesn't know what to say. So you can see her for a while, like she like starts and then stops, and then she takes an inhale, and the vampires are here.
God.
That's all she can get out.
And like a rubber band that's like pulled and like snapped. He like turns back.
Sucks to be you.
I'm
The
sorry?
vampires are here.
The vampires are here. God damn it.
Like we've been expecting guests at this party.
Yeah, right.
The what? I'm sorry.
The weird, creepy twins with
The twins? Oh no.
and their friends.
Okay, are they starting trouble?
Well, one of the Victoria slowed down time. Talk to me.
Yeah?
She doesn't seem to remember us except for when we were on that island.
That's probably a good thing, he says, and kind of like reaches up nervously and rubs the back of his neck.
But I do know from that island that they still want to kill their dad, who you already killed.
Well, maybe not in this iteration. I don't know. Are Oak and Kub okay?
I'm getting everyone together. It's better that we stick together. I think they try and get people alone.
Okay. yeah. Okay, I'm coming. Rosie might she might need a minute.
And go get Rosie. Jessica says really quickly.
Sick 'em.
And
Get her.
Anne looks at you.
Bring her back.
Anne looks at you, Jessica, and goes,
Because she can't go far away from you.
she walks
I
12 feet away from you and then just turns, looks at you like, and takes a step backwards, and you feel that sort of tug.
Yeah. Just forget. Like, she's like, oh, shit. And she'll come with Anne.
And actually in that moment, I think Anne, as you walk up to her, she kind of lets you catch up to her, and she glances over to where Rosie and Jake are, and then she looks over your shoulder at where Laz is, and she goes, I just thought of something. What if you tried, like, phasing while I try to move away from you?
Try that.
I didn't think of it before. I just thought of it just now, that maybe, I don't know, it's worth a shot.
Oh God, your heart's gonna get ripped out of your fucking body.
I know. We're about to experience like a Mortal Kombat
Get over here!
Fatality!
But yeah, just sure, yeah. It's worth a try. Maybe we should do it when there's not the freaky twins. Oh, Anne did meet them. Anne was at the party, so she knows.
Yeah, Anne knows from the party, which, make me another brains check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a DC 5.
Doesn't matter. She got a 1.
Okay. It is worth reminding you that you have 54
I do.
domain
Okay,
pops at your disposal.
I'll use pops to make it a 6.
Hey.
So what did you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. So you're gonna spend 5 pops.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
to make it a success.
So
A success.
this is actually a revelation. It was a low DC, but it's still a kind of big revelation that you're having here.
Ooh.
As you think about how Anne was the one who was present, you, Jessica, were trapped in the mirror world during the party when everybody met all of the other monsters. Not
That's right.
you. Those memories should not be your memories. And there's something about, as you think about, wait, Anne was the one who was out in the world during all that stuff. You realize you share Anne's memories as if they were your own. And as you sort of pick at that realization, you realize there's sort of a expansion of your own memories of your relatively short time in the mirror world, where I can almost, the best way to think about it, using the mirror analogy, is if you shine a mirror, reflect a mirror on itself, and you kind of hold it in the right way, you see this infinitely receding set of reflections. Or if you've ever taken a video camera and pointed it at a mirror so that you see that long infinite tunnel.
Oh, that like.
Imagine that's your memory of your short time in the mirror suddenly going, and you realize you have the full memories of all of Anne's time in the mirror world. Years of memories in the mirror world, looking out from inside the mirror world. You have all of Anne's memories from when she was in the real world, and you see something shift in Anne's face, and you realize she's hit the same realization. The two of you's memories have merged.
Oh. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Anne goes, yeah, maybe we wait on that. I think we might have more than vampires to worry about.
Yeah. Jess just slowly nods. Before she like shakes her head, and she's going to like march up, I think, with this like renewed vigor. She does not want to think about what's happening right now between her, like to her and Anne becoming this melding together. And so she just she's just gonna march right up to Rosie and like grab her arm. It's like, sorry, we need her, and like
What?
marches away.
And I kind of like look at Jake the lifeguard, and I'm like, I have to go.
He just stands there and he kind of see you around, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get Pete. And I imagine like Rosie's like halfway down the beach. It's like let's get pizza sometime or something. This was really a fun night, and I really want to have that game of catch. And
You hear Jessica being like, "Bye, Jack." Continue marching.
As Anne grabs your other arm, Rosie, and she goes, God, keep it in your pants.
Oh my God. And I'm like, Rosie's like putting her hat back on, and it's like, what, Jess?
Look, she says as she like points Rosie towards
like that scene in Jurassic Park, like
yeah.
And I see the goth crew, and I'm like, oh shit. We have to go. We have to get the littles. We have to get everybody. We have to go.
We gotta go. Yeah.
We gotta go. And do we have Coop? Do we have Oak? Where?
I would assume maybe Laz had gone.
Well, you had seen that I had seen as well, and I was with Coop and Oak.
Coop, Oak, and Billy are relatively close to the fire, the big bonfire, sort of on the outskirts of it. You guys are sort of actually with where you went and where Jake and Rosie would have been similar in direction to where the Supernaturals came from. And then while Jessica and Anne left, Laz, did you go over to where Billy and the Littles were?
Yeah, absolutely. He took the hacky sack kind of back to the group and kind of said his goodbyes, and then made his way back over to the Littles and Billy.
So yeah, it's only a few more minutes, and all of you are together near the fire where Billy and Coop and Oak are.
I feel like there's this moment that's completely oblivious to all of the teenage shenanigans that are happening. That like Coop and Oak are here to just have a good time.
Coop has eaten 7 hot dogs.
Oak is currently making s'mores, and he goes, "Oh, hey, you guys are here. Here, you guys want one?
We have to go.
Yep.
We had to. Oh, so we're bagging these to go. Okay, no worries. You see that he has like in his backpack, he now has a set of like Ziploc bags or just like little to-go grabbies. And he's just like, all right, we're gonna put those away. And
Wait, where are we going?
apparently we
We're
gotta
good
go,
here.
man.
Anywhere but here. Where should we go? Where should we go? And I like look
Well-
again at the teenage comrades.
Oh, not to my house. Trust me.
Mom's gonna freak if we show up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, so we can't go to ours.
We can go to my place. My mom isn't home.
Oh, okay.
Let's go there and then we can make a game plan, huh?
I guess it's just us.
Imagine there's a moment where Billy was about to speak up, and he is absolutely silenced when Jess says, "My mom's not home." Almost like Billy just got punched in the gut.
Oh God. Oh, I forgot about your recently dead mom. Okay, well, I like look around and
Doesn't
I'm like,
say anything, but
no. I look at and I'm like, we can start out at Jess's and then maybe, honestly, I say we make a game plan there and then maybe we shouldn't all stay in the same place. We just.
Now,
we
did
need to
they
make a
look
plan.
aggressive to me when I saw them, Jake?
Nope. Absolutely not. They just look like the goth kid showing up to the party. One of them now has his shirt off and is playing saxophone. Just kidding. Just kidding.
It happened.
That would be the
Rosie's
most
marching towards the
vampire
parking lot.
thing to do. That would be like, oh, hey, I just have a random saxophone, and also
Rosie's marching towards the parking lot where her bike is on a rack.
Before you, so where you guys are, as Rosie just turns and starts heading, you guys actually parked your bikes over by the lighthouse, which is at the other end of the beach.
I meant by the lighthouse. That's why.
So as Rosie turns, Lass, I need you to make a grit check. What is your grit die?
D20.
Ooh, so gritty, yeah.
So
I think we're on the beach.
the DC that you need to beat is 25
Oh,
for what is going to happen.
Okay. So, starting strong with a 6.
oh God.
So, I think that's just gonna have to ride.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
You don't want to spend 19 pops?
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's a good idea.
$100.
Coop, for a completely different reason, I need you to make a grit check. What is your grit die?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a second. D8.
So you're going to be making a DC 5 grit check. Before you decide how you want to adjudicate yours, you know for a fact, because of your abilities, someone is attempting to psychically connect with you. You can choose to outright fail this and just let them make connection, or you can try to resist it.
Well, he's gonna.
That's a choice, man.
That's a
tough.
choice. I think Coop will let it happen.
Okay. And Billy,
Yes.
I need you. Actually, I'm going to have M roll for both Jessica and Ann. And Oak and Billy all make a brains check. Rosie, I'm not letting you roll because you turned away to start walking towards your bike.
Turned my back. Yes.
And this is for a completely different. There are 3 things that are happening simultaneously.
I have a terrible gut feeling that I think I might know what's happening. I don't want to think it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to put it into the universe.
Oh, God.
So we get a 23 from Oak. What'd you get, Billy?
11.
So Jessica, Billy, and Oak will notice and recognize. Anne weirdly didn't, which kind of seems like she should have, but that's fine. Now, to figure out the order in which these 3 things happen. Okay,
Go for it.
so first, Laz, as everybody is preparing to head back towards bikes and skateboards and go over to Jessica's place at the I forget what it was called, the
Starlight Mobile Home Park.
Starlight Mobile Home Park, or whatever it was called. Somebody catches your attention, Laz, and says, "Leaving so soon? You should stay." It's Victoria Van Houten.
Oh.
And she has compelled you
Yep.
to stay.
No.
Now that you know what the source is, in a rare twist, knowing that you need a 25, you would have to spend 19 pops if you wanted to resist Victoria Van Houten. Or you're going to be compelled to stay on the beach while your friends start to walk away, potentially. Because
I
what
can't
you
do it.
see is somebody who you know, and you have the same shifting of memories. You know who she is and who she's with, but you know that this knowledge doesn't fit in Paradise Prime. It's from the iterations. But you also know that a very pretty girl has expressed an interest in you. And she wants to, she's interested in you, is what she's putting down.
I think there's a moment where he starts to kind of instinctively turn in Rosie's direction, like where she's making her way towards the parking lot. But before he really can, this hold on him kind of like causes him to turn the other direction to like regard her. And then he just kind of says, without looking at the rest of the group, yeah. Actually, y'all go on ahead. I'll catch up later. I think I'm gonna hang here for a little bit longer.
Wow.
Chad got me with the glamour stammer.
God damn it.
At the same time this happens, Coop, you decide not to block whatever entity is attempting to communicate with you. And you hear in your head, Hey, Coop.
Ooh,
Long time no
Ooh.
see.
that's scarier than fucking Victoria. I don't like that.
Familiar? Does it sound like my rat friend?
This is Templeton.
Oh, Templeton.
Hey, James and I were wondering if you could come over by the little lake. He's here.
What? What are you guys doing? How are you here? Oh my gosh. This is huge.
We're over by the dock, past the swing set, just beyond the lighthouse. And you know he's talking about on the other side of the parking lot over by the lighthouse is where there's that other little lake called South Bear Lake. There's a little dock there. There's a swing set, some teeter-totters.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on.
what is it? Coop will turn to and see Laz like leaving. Like, what the hell? Guys, we've got to go to the swings.
Do I turn around once Coop says we gotta go to the swings?
Well,
Or can I?
first,
Sorry.
as Coop says this, Laz, nope. I'm getting confused with all these splits. Oak, Billy, and
Bingo.
Oak, Billy, and Jessica. You see, as from the direction of the parking lot, somebody is climbing down the little retaining wall and is walking towards you. And they are an adult. They are not dressed for the beach. And they are very familiar looking, as Carson is heading towards you, Billy.
I cross my arms over my chest and I stride right towards him.
So we've got Rosie going this way, Coop turning to go basically the same direction, with the others were sort of starting to head that way. Oak, Jessica, and just kind of like trying to figure out where everybody's going, who's doing what. And Anne chooses to stick close to Billy, and whether you go or not, Jessica, Anne is starting to follow Billy.
I think Jessica immediately grabs Anne. We gotta get Laz first, she says quickly.
Wait, so Rosie was macking on some guy, and now you want to cock block Laz?
He is not. No. She says.
Understand.
Ew, no, God, he would never go after Victoria.
I don't know. It looks like he's going after her now. They're not leaving the group per se, but Laz has sort of sat down over just at the edge of like where shadow meets light from the fire. Laz has gone to sit over with this group and sits down very close to Victoria. And Victoria is leaning in like she's whispering something to Laz.
Oh man, Jessica's marching right over. She's getting right in between them.
Oh my God. Jessica's busting up all the... Hey, leave room for Jesus.
As you walk over there, okay, as you walk over there, now this is not under a D100 roll.
Oh.
Because of your previous encounter, and because of the vehemence with which you are approaching, I'm going to lower the DC to an 18.
Oh gosh.
I need you to make a grit check, as Victoria is going to attempt to compel you to turn around and leave them alone.
Oh my God. Okay, I did explode, but then I got a 2. So that puts me at a 14.
You do.
I think what we see is we see Victoria. There's so many names right now. I'm shifting between. Victoria just holds her hand up, like she's telling Laz just a moment. As you're approaching, she turns and you hear her as if she's whispering in your ear. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, no, she needs this. She needs to one-up Victoria. Victoria, like, she needs a win. So she's going to take...
Do it.
It has to be above, right? It can't match.
It's meet it beats it.
Oh. Okay, so 4.
Just because I know you want to hear it.
Yay! Was a good choice.
You push through the the compelling force that Victoria is using. You actually see both Victor and their cousin Mary, the other two vampires, actually move. They make subtle movements in your direction, like just to turn their attention to you. And Victoria actually just holds her hand up like this and shakes her head subtly to them.
Ooh.
And you hear again, she's saying it to them, but you hear it as if she's saying it right next to you, Jessica. She goes, "No, let the bitch have this one."
Yeah, that's right.
Goddamn right. Let's go.
Yeah, she's just like, like double middle finger. She's like, no,
And-
she's going to look to Laz and be like, Laz, Oak needs you to go with him.
And
We can't leave him alone.
Laz, there's no compelling nature anymore. Whatever was compelling you, you are completely of your own free will at this moment.
He kind of looks around for a second. Oak's in trouble? Yeah, okay. He kind of stands up and like brushes the sand off of like his hands and his feet. Let's go. Where's he at?
Yeah, she'll like leave, and I do think as she's leaving, she's just gonna turn to Victoria and just like, like flash the bird, just like as she like walks away.
I think when you guys are turning back around, everyone went on their own little perspective, like walkaways, and it was like this one part where I think Oak is standing in that circlet of friends, and everyone went off in like branching spaces. So it is like
symbolic.
He is like the lighthouse beacon of watching all of his friends like leave him in some form, and he's just standing there with the one s'more that he just made, being like,
Oak, make a grit check.
Saddest s'more.
and I'm gonna fail it because even if I explode, like, it won't explode.
You don't know that.
I got a 4.
As you are standing there, looking for a moment, you are now completely separated, even if only by a few yards from all of your friends. The fire burns nearby. We see your face. We see your face with the firelight sort of flickering on it. And the camera shifts. And you are standing on asphalt. Broken glass at your feet. An overturned station wagon is about 30 feet away from you. Your family's station wagon. And the fire from the burning car is illuminating your face. You hear the sound of footsteps on glass. And you look up, and on the other side of the car, you see a figure step out of the shadows and onto the road next to the car. And just like that, you're back on the beach.
Oh, God.
Billy.
Oh,
Fuck. Let me go.
You walk right up to Carson. And Carson,
What is his demeanor as I approach?
nervous. He seems a little out of place in that he's not wearing any sort of valet uniform that he would have worn before. And you see, as you see him and you get close to him, you do realize, as your memory shifts, in Paradise Prime, Carson is your personal valet. Carson never, in this iteration, in this primeness, he never left. He never got left behind. He's always been the valet.
Didn't try to run me over with a car?
Nope. In fact, you know that when he tried to run you over with a car, that was a false perception that was implanted in your mind by Persephone while you were in the labs.
Okay, so that so the grandmother dying, the mother dying, me biting the dude's head off, all of that happened, but I wasn't actually hit by a car.
No, because you also weren't standing alone with Anne at the dance. You weren't running through the forest or in the house. All of that was false, masking what was happening in the labs as Lieutenant Commander Adkins killed your mother and grandmother.
So my aggressive posture as I'm walking winds up fading to a little bit of neutrality as I get, within close proximity. I drop my arms to my side. I don't know what any of this change means for you. I assume you know what's happened.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because, and he's kind of looking around nervously, and he glances towards the parking lot, and he actually kind of goes and puts his arm up around you and kind of pulls you kind of back more or less where you came from, a little closer to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they got listening to what anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the Nexus Project is taking care of everything with the estate. They're covering everything that happened with your mom and your grandmother. They're setting up the arrangements for the funeral. But they've also got it tied up in legal stuff. In less than a week, they'll have documents signed. The entire Stapler estate and fortune will go to the Nexus Project, and you'll become a ward of the Nexus Laboratories.
That can't happen.
They're making it happen. Unless
How do I stop that?
You gotta find the actual documents. You have to find the will and trust documents that your grandmother set up. They were in the family safe. But during an event, that military guy, the one that, from what I'm hearing, you took care of. He took the documents. They're probably at his house.
If he didn't burn them.
I don't know if he even knows what he has. I think he took a whole bunch of stuff from the safe, trying to get information on you and your friends. And I think he got these documents as part of it. Your grandmother had me doing some work with the lieutenant commander for a while. I hated that guy. He's kind of scary.
Was,
yeah. I think he was trying to build up some kind of leverage against the Nexus Project. If he's got these documents, he's probably got them in their house. And if you took him out, it's only a matter of time before they figure it out and they go to the house. And if they get a hold of him, they're going to own you, Billy.
well, it looks like that's what I'm doing now. You can tell that Billy is frustrated at yet another essentially aggressive move behind the scenes by this Nexus Project, and more frustrations Not thrilled with this.
Well,
thank you for telling me.
They've got right now. They're concentrating everything on covering up what really happened and setting up things for the funeral. The funeral's supposed to happen on Monday. Once the funeral happens, they're going to be free to move as quickly as possible. So you've got...
It's got to happen this weekend.
I think we said canonically it's Thursday right now, so it's Thursday night. So you got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, I sincerely appreciate you telling me. Gives me a few days to try and get this wrapped up. Find those papers.
Let me know if I can help in any way.
Honestly, if you can find some way to make a scene, find a way for them to be looking at you, not looking at me.
Yeah, I can do that. And you see him kind of contemplating for a minute, and he goes, "Yeah, you let me know."
Don't do anything that's gonna like get them to, do anything bad to you. I don't want you going to jail over this or anything, but
you just tell me when you're going to make your move, and I'll make sure that they are nowhere near you and that their eyes are on me.
I'm gonna talk to the others and find out whether we're doing that tonight or tomorrow night, but it's got to be done soon.
All right. And then he kind of stands there for a minute awkwardly, and then he kind of holds out his hand to shake.
Yeah, I will offer out mine.
He doesn't really say anything. He looks like he wants to say something, but he just kind of instead shakes your hand and just kind of nods. And then kind of looks around as if he's suddenly realizing a couple of the kids are looking at him because he's an adult that's invaded this sort of teen space. And he quickly is like, all right, I'm going to go. And turns and leaves. While you guys are standing there while Billy's talking to Carson, you just hear Coop. Are you coming? And then you hear, besides Templeton, Coop, you hear, "Are you coming?"
Hey!
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
As I said that was exactly what I thought. I love the narwhal.
Oh my god.
And so all of you turn and start heading in the direction of the lighthouse, whether you're going to meet with Templeton and James. You've got multiple things that you all want to talk to each other about. We see, as you walk away, Laz, sort of the last lingering bit of the compulsion. I kept trying to say what the word for it was, and I kept wanting to say compilation. The compulsion, the last bit of that kind of makes you look back. And you see that Victoria is just watching you walk away. And she gives you a little bit of a smile. And as you turn your back to her to walk away, maybe it was a mosquito, maybe it's a phantom sensation, but for just a moment, you feel like 2 small pricks on the back of your neck. Let me rephrase that. 2 small pokes on the back of your neck, almost as if something has bitten you. But reaching up, you feel nothing there. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ooh.
Curse you, Jessica, and your meddling. I was 100%.
High roll.
I was 100% going to pull Laz, knowing Jeremy's not going to be here. I was going to pull Laz out, but that's fine. I love that you did that because you were true to your character and you did it. That's why I didn't tell you what the intention was. But I kind of when I found out Jeremy's not going to be here for the next couple sessions, and this is Jeremy's last session before we take our break, I thought, putting him in the hands of vampires, that would certainly be a way to be like, where's Laz? What's happening? But you meddled and you stopped that, and
unacceptable.
So no, that was
amazing.
That was good. This was another one of those. You guys were all in the same location, but you were split, so it was kind of a fun challenge for me. And listen, you're playing D&D, and we've been doing this for 100 sessions as of tonight. You're doing D&D or role-playing right when you get to flirt with your friends.
It's always a good day. Right? Always a good day.
That's what role-playing is all about. So no, this was a lot of fun. You guys didn't think you were going to get through a full beach episode and a bonfire without weird shit happening, right?
Love some weird shit. Love it.
I especially thought it was prescient given that Billy was having all of that talk with Oak about how he just can't shake that every time they turn around they can barely blink and the Nexus is meddling in something, and all of a sudden you got vampires showing up and the Nexus Project, guess what? They're not as nice as they said they were. And
show of hands,
more.
who was surprised?
What's that?
No. I said show of hands, who was surprised?
Listen,
No?
canonically, Oak has worked for them. I got a pension coming from Nexus, and I'm still like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, right.
I feel like 1980s, well, I guess in 1985, I would have been 12. So maybe let's wait a couple more years. But I feel like if I had some of Jake the Lifeguard's mojo as a teenager, I might have done all right. I did not have Jake the Lifeguard's
Jake the Lifeguard has
game.
Got some moves. He's got game.
All right. Well, that was our session 31 100th episode. While Jeremy will not be with us until we return in the new year, we do have 2 more sessions of this game. I have to double check that. I think it's 2. We might not be playing next week because of reasons that I will be getting back from a trip that day. So most likely we won't be playing next week. So it's 1 or 2. I can't remember now. And some of our other games are winding down. We've got 1 more session of Sky Metal potentially planned. I think we said there's 3 more sessions of 7 Dooms on a Monday that are happening. But none of that is important because we want to see you on Sunday, November 9th, this Sunday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for Todd Stashwick's Nerd Circus presents Legends of Eleonora, A Reaping in the Shade, our 4th D&D celebrity charity game with Todd and his Star Trek friends, with Terry Metalis, Eugene Cordero, Melissa Navia, and Jerry Ryan playing D&D to raise money for the Pavlov Foundation in their fight for, or rather against, childhood cancer. Thank you to all of the wonderful people who subbed or gifted subs, bits, all that good stuff. We had a little bit of a hype train going. And for all of you being good sports, of course, as I made you all roll on the D100 table, we do still have Tamiko and Jeremy's. So it looks like Jeremy's won't get revealed until the new year. But I have that added to the card here. But yeah, thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. And whether you are lurking quietly in the background or maybe you're watching with us on the VOD later, know that we appreciate you and hope you enjoy our presentation as much as we enjoy playing these games. And a huge, tremendous thank you to these incredible players. It's been an amazing 100 sessions so far, and I think we got like another 50 in us at least before we end.
That record, man.
I don't think that's hyperbole either, knowing that we still have the rest of this season and a fourth season ahead of us. Lots more fun to be had, lots more meddling from vampires and quasi-governmental laboratories and who knows who else still lies ahead of us.
And legal jargon.
And legal jargon. So with that, I say a huge thank you, as always, to Chad, Tamiko, Carrie, Ted, Jeremy, and Em, without whom this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours and flirting with myself for a couple hours. That would just be awkward.
Like you do.
With that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream the same way we end every stream. You can say it with me if you want. One
thing about living in paradise I never could stomach.